Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this Dell Inspiron 13 5310. Alright, so first thing, we're going to flip it over. We're going to be using a PH1 or PH0 or JIS0 screwdriver to remove all the screws from the bottom. You want to keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. It looks like actually some of these screws are staying attached to the case, or at least that one is. The way I keep them in order is I put them flat side down like that on my desk, and the pattern I remove them. So let's go ahead and continue removing all the screws. Alright, so these two corner screws seem to stay attached. Customer told me that they were cleaning the fan, and then after that it doesn't turn on at all. So I'm going to take a look inside and see if I see anything strange. Hopefully they didn't damage anything. Okay. Alright, now that we got all the screws undone, you can lift from back here since those screws help pull up the case, you can see. Alright, you might have to get a pry tool or something in the little gap here. So you can see as I pull on it, then I just get my fingernail in. Again, you can use pry tools, obviously, you don't have to use fingernails. And then I'll just pull up, and same thing going around the side, and now the whole thing came out. So there we go, that's what the inside of this looks like. Okay, we'll set that aside for now. And here is the inside of the laptop. Okay, so we got that. All right, next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery here. Let's see, there's two places to disconnect it. There's this one, which if you want to remove that cable, I'm gonna slide that latch back up, but you can slide that out. Okay, and then there's the other battery connector here. So I'm gonna remove that. Let me show you here. The way I disconnect that is I go with my fingernails at the wings, and then I just wiggle it like this, and it pulls out. We're going to go ahead and undo the screws so we have more room to pull the cable out. Okay. Alright, and we're going to continue using the PH0, JS0. Let me make sure the PH1 doesn't fit. Oh, actually, let's switch to a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver to make sure that the screws don't get stripped out. Okay. Alright, if you use a PH0, JS0, you want to make sure that you're pushing down really hard when you're twisting this, but I would recommend getting the correct screwdriver so you don't risk damaging the screws. If you damage the screws, you're going to be stuck with it in there. Alright, so we got 3 along the top, and then it looks like 1 on either side here. Hopefully that's all the screws. We'll lift this up carefully. Now that we have this up slightly, we should be able to pull this out further, and there we go. We got the battery out. The battery model number is right there. V6W33. Okay, we'll set that aside. Alright, so here you can see there's the keyboard connector there, keyboard backlight connector there. You got the touchpad trackpad connector there, which connects here. The fan connector is just right here. Okay, I don't know what they would have damaged. Let me see here. Maybe I should just brush it to see if there's any dust. Alright, you got this little cable here, which is for the CMOS BIOS RTC real-time clock battery. If you replace it, take note that the red wire is going up towards the wireless card. The black wire is going down towards the battery. So if you replace it and the wires are switched, you're going to have to switch that. The battery is under here. I don't know what the exact model is, but it looks like a standard CR2032, but it's wrapped with this casing so that it can plug in with a wire. Speaker connectors right there. Connects to this whole speaker bar here. There's this little blue and white wire that connects this other speaker here, but it almost looks like one bar. Wireless card here. If you want to remove it, one screw, this pops off, the metal thing, it comes off, and then to get the antennas out, you go from the tail and pop it up. All right, you got another fan connector right there. Oh, I see what's going on here. You see this little connector here? That was flipped up. That's the fingerprint reader button, which I believe also acts for the power button. So that might be the only issue. Maybe they just accidentally flipped that latch up and disconnected the power button, right? You got the LCD LVDS connector here. I don't want to mess with that because as you saw, the only issue is just that power button, and I don't want to risk damaging anything else. There's an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD here, one screw. Once you remove that, you can pull this up and then pull it out. You might have to undo this adhesive here. You can use a full-sized M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD here, but you will have to throw this metal plate away. You can just use the screw or maybe the screw that's under here, okay? And I think that's all there is to show in here. Oh, you do have this little connector here. There's a flip latch. There's a metal bar that latches over, and then you can pull that out. That connects for the USB port here and the headphone jack. Okay, charge port, this is just USB-C, right? And the USB-C, they're soldered to the motherboard, so you can't replace those. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and get this thing back together. That was luckily pretty simple. I hope that was the only issue. Okay, so to put the battery back in, because again, there's the battery gets in the way, you have to slide the connector in first. All right, make sure it goes in straight. Don't make it go in at an angle because you don't want to bend the pins that are in there. And then I use my fingernails and I'll pinch the wings together to guide that in straight. All right, and there we go. That's all the way in. Get all of these back in, and we'll just put back the screws and we'll power it up, and hopefully we're good to go. All right, so we'll get all of this. Normally, when I disconnect the battery, I'll open up the laptop and then press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds to drain any residual power. If you're working with these random components, you don't need to worry, like the wireless card and the SSD. Unless you're just not too experienced and you might accidentally drop something in here, you can do that as a safety thing. But if you're going to mess with the LCD cable up here, it's very important that after you disconnect the battery, you open the laptop and press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds. If you don't, there's a very good chance that you can fry the backlight circuit, you can fry the cable, the connector, you can fry the screen, you can fry all of them at the same time. So yeah, take those extra 15 seconds after you disconnect the battery, open the laptop and press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds. Keep in mind also that this needs to be connected, the power button. I'm assuming again that that's also the power button because I don't see anywhere else it connects unless it pushes a button on the back of the motherboard, which sometimes it does. But yeah, sometimes the fingerprint is completely separate from the power button itself. And it's just a sensor that's on top of it. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and put the screws back in, switching back to the PH0 JS0 screwdriver, and let's go. Alright, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. If you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. I do have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More, which currently I'm posting those videos here as well. But I'm trying to get that one to 1,000 subscribers. So if you can subscribe there, that would really help me out. But yeah, it's called It's Been Reviewed and More. Same profile picture, but zoomed in again. All right, so let's go ahead and now see if this thing powers up. We'll flip this over. He said it's completely dead, so let's see. Power button, I pressed. Uh-oh, I still don't see any signs of life. So maybe it's not as easy as I thought. Okay, let's try plugging in the USB-C connector. Nothing, no charge light. Oh, they must have fried the motherboard. So it might not have been that simple. Yep, still no signs of life. Let's try this. I was excited. I was like, oh, it was such a simple thing, but nope. Nope. Nope, no life. No signs of life. The only other thing I can try is to reset the BIOS battery and hope that that helps. Oh man, I already put it all back together. Okay, this time I'm going to leave the screws out, since you already know how to put the bottom cover back in, and then if I need to check more things, I'll do that off camera probably, but we'll go ahead and remove this again. Okay, there we go. And then slide that again. Oh, I did undo that one. Okay. All right, let's try this. Check one more thing. disconnect the battery again. Okay, this time I'm just pulling the battery connector back. I'm not going to actually take the whole battery out. We'll disconnect the CMOS, BIOS, real-time clock, RTC battery, whatever you want to call that. And there's 2 pins on the back here. We're going to short those out. Hopefully they didn't damage anything else. I'm going to try just brushing this just to see. Sometimes they cause like a temporary short trying to do something here. Okay. Use this to kind of dust it. Alright. Again, I don't see anything else, so... And that power button cable's in all the way, so it's not really an issue. But again, it wasn't lighting up the charge light either, so... Alright, I'm gonna try and short these 2 pins. These are the CMOS, BIOS, real-time clock, RTC battery connector. Okay. This should cause it to reset the BIOS if there's a temporary short causing it to not want to power. Alright, let's plug this in again. I hope they didn't cause any damage to their charge port. Why is it not plugging in? What? Still no signs of life. Oh no, looks like they fried it. Nothing. Nothing. No life. Okay, one other thing I can check is it's underneath this board, so maybe if they're lucky, it could be this connector. Kind of doubt it, but might as well check. All right, let's get the wireless card out of the way. So we're gonna zoom in. I'm gonna switch over to the PH1 JS1. We'll undo this screw here. Once we undo that screw, we can take this out. Okay, you can see this lifts up, and then I can go ahead and pull this back. I'm gonna leave the antennas attached because sometimes the solder job's not good on there and then it can break. So here's the IO board connector. So that latch flips up and then you can pull that back. I'm gonna go ahead and just re-plug it because sometimes it comes a little loose. We'll see if they're lucky. All right, we'll go ahead and put the wireless card back in. Come on. Just like this. Go at an angle. Okay, pinch the 2 together, just like that. And then lower this down. And get this metal thing back on top. Okay, we want to check also the other side here. It's underneath the hinge here, so we're going to have to take those 2 screws out. All right, now that we got those 2 out, we'll lift this up slightly. Now we have access to this board here. We're going to flip this latch up, and then we're going to pull this back. Come on. Why does it not want to come out? There we go. Okay, and then we'll pull that back in. Oreo, shh. All right, got that. And I want to undo that. Tie that back down. Stick that back down. Push this back down. Oh my goodness, what is happening here? Okay, we'll get that in. And then now we'll get all these screws in. We'll get all these screws back in. And then we'll plug this in and see if anything happens. Oreo, stop! Shh! Okay, let's plug this back in. Oh my god, this person. Plug this back in. Okay, nothing's happening. Give me a second. Okay, so, here we go. Still no signs of life. Let's go ahead and plug back in the charge port, or the, sorry, CMOS, BIOS, RTC real-time clock battery. And then we'll also plug back in the other battery. Alright, there we go. Then we'll plug this in again and see if there's any change, but it's looking like there's going to be no luck. Nothing. Okay, let's zoom out again. Power button, and still no life, nothing. I wonder what they damaged by working on the fan. Maybe they worked on it when it was still on, like not completely off, and fried something. So if they want to get it fixed, I'm gonna have to see if my partner can figure out what's going on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Again, if it did, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. I'll put this back, you already saw it. So yeah, all right, let's drop this. Bye.